All right. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a good day. It's the weekend. It's finally here. Happy Saturday. Ew, it's the weekend party. It's a beautiful day out, so go enjoy it. If not, hey, I'm here. That's why I'm here. You know, I woke up extremely early today. I think it was like 8 o'clock. I think I woke up today. I just woke up just because, and I'm like, hey, I'm up. So I decided, while I'm up and I already cleaned the house, I might as well just do one of these. And I normally don't do one on a weekend. And isn't that nice? Isn't that nice for you guys? I hope you guys are watching and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Feel free to comment. I have a bunch of things going on so that way I can keep track of comments. I don't know why this restream is being completely complicated with the chat. So hopefully someday, miraculously, I'll see your chats while I'm live streaming easily. But for now, hey, I got some stories. I got, an idea of what we're going to talk about. Hey, a list. I actually have like an idea of what I'm going to talk about. It's like new. So yeah, get your cup of coffee if you haven't gotten one already. A good morning to you. I don't know what time it is, where you're from, but where I'm at and where most people are watching from, good morning to you. I hope you're having a good one. We're gonna be talking about good things. I think I was gonna talk about pranks and some shit my dad used to do to me, which is absolutely hilarious that I just have to talk to you guys about because why not? Another thing is because we can't just go on vacations. I thought we could talk about vacations because just torture us a little bit. Why not? I got some funny stuff about that, and just maybe do some reactions. We might just do some reactions. Last night I discovered. I don't know if you guys know, but last time I was talking to you guys about some weird videos I stumbled upon late at night. Well, last night I came across a beautiful gem. I don't know if you remember Mind Freak in the early 2000s. This was this was a while back. But Mind Freak, he was a magician who would try to convince he was doing it live, and it was just great. It's just great. It's really cringeworthy, and it's good cringeworthy. Nothing like yesterday where I'm watching like a talk show host hit on a little kid. That was fucked up. That was messed up. So anyway, this is a long intro, but get your cup of coffee. Let's sit back, relax. Let's have a good one, and let's get into it. This is episode 10. Let's do it. Well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool. Hi guys, thanks for the waves. I appreciate that. Feel free to join in on this beautiful day and this beautiful journey we're on. Grab your cup of coffee. I don't know what to start off with first. The reaction videos. I just got to actually, you know what? Let's pull up some because they're really funny. They're really funny. So like I said last night, I stumbled upon Mind Freak, a good nostalgic, horrible TV show. It was with Chris Angel. And he was just, I don't know, he was weird. Chris Angel compilation. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this doesn't get taken down on YouTube. The other day I did a reaction kind of thing and it got taken down, so hopefully this one doesn't get taken down on YouTube. God damn it, YouTube. Why not? But you know what, for all you guys on the other platforms, this is for you guys, so we're just gonna have some fun. This is a good one. So again, if you don't remember, it's Chris Angel, and he was like a magician, and he would just do these stupid stunts. Like he did the one that he was like levitating over buildings, and it's like, come on now, like everyone knows, like he had a cable and above, because it was all through the camera, so like you didn't see it, but like there was behind, like he got exposed, let's just say that. So let's just get into this. I spent all morning too trying to set this up, so hopefully it works. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right, behind the scenes with me. All right, here we go. So let's watch this. Let's go back in time. Mind you, this guy was like 40 years old when he did this. 35, I think.
Can I bother you to show you something? Can you come with me? Come with me. 2 volunteers. Let's hear it from. Can I bother you to help me as well? Come right over here. Put your drink down. I'm going to ask you to come over here. And if you could sit down over here. You both have some blankets. Perfect. I'm going to ask you to hold the bottom.
I love how he always used to say it was live, too. Live. Bullshit.
Hold the corners and hold them right down to the ground there. Hold them right down to the ground. Just like that. I'm going to catch some wind there. You see that? See how we're getting some wind like that? Make this thing completely flat, but we're going to get some wind.
I love how all these people are like, oh my god, no way. Because, like, you do realize he probably had to ask all these people to be on the show just beforehand. The amount of editing that's done in this and how he used to say it was live. That's what... John, are you ready, mind free? I know, right? The intro was so over the top, like crazy. He's like I don't know. He's like if Johnny Depp just fell off, you know, like a really bad Johnny Depp. That's what he reminds me of. Just a very bad Johnny Depp. Oh, show us that tongue. Show us that tongue, Chris Angel. He's like, hold on. Let me shit out last night's dinner. And it's funny because when I used to watch, I remember watching this. I remember my parents, we always used to watch this around the dinner table. Like, this was on this is a very popular TV show. Oh, I could have easily seen how he did this. Yeah, so he probably had like a piece of latex that was like on his arm, and it's like makeup prosthetics, and they had him, makeup all over. It's fucking Hollywood. Of course they would. Put a penny in there, put a magnet over it. Oh, it's coming out of his skin. Am I too smart for this show? No. Like I said, he was exposed years ago, about the it was like what was his name? Bear Grylls. When Bear Grylls went through all that shit, which I stopped watching his show too because of it.
So I just need a couple of people that actually.
What's another thing too that I've been watching and it's super funny is just magicians and acts gone wrong. That's another thing I've been watching about. I don't know about you guys. Comment below if you guys liked Mind Freak or something like that, or you guys used to watch it or something. I don't know, because it was crazy. I don't know. Watch. Just search up Mind Freak cringe compilation. You'll understand what I'm talking about. And then you got your daily dose of internet right there. Because why not? Why the fuck not? And it's funny because I can't. When I see the acts gone wrong and the magicians gone wrong and stuff like that, I laugh, but I also feel because being a musician, when you do gigs, man, it happens. Some days you're just not. Some days, it's just not there with you. It's just not there. How about a couple of weeks ago when I forgot my microphone stand? That's just one thing. It's not a gig gone wrong, but I mean, in my eyes, that's just who forgets a microphone stand? But you improvise and you just push right through it. And sometimes that's the best material you can come up with right there. There's times where I don't know if there's any people that are musicians that watch this podcast, or even you can talk about this with anything, with sports, with video games, with any literally anything, work. I mean, there's days where you're on task and you're doing it and you're on your fucking A game, and then there's other times where you're just absolute off the rails garbage. Like you just donkey ass, like you can't work. It just doesn't, the gears aren't working properly. You hadn't had enough coffee. I don't know. Shit, there's been times where I practice, just playing music in my room, and I'm like, oh, this sounds great. This is gonna be great. And then when I finally get to the show, for some reason my hands are just like, sayonara, man. I don't know what you talk about. What's that thing we practice like for all day? You know? You know what's savage? And I actually stopped doing this. When I first started like playing out, I used to write like set lists. And for those of you that don't know, a set list is what consists of the night's music you're gonna play. After this song, you go into this song and that song. And it has a good amount of songs. Like for 3 hours, being someone that plays covers and originals, I would do easily from 25 to 50 songs. You know what I mean? It could easily be from that kind of list. And there'd be times where I would show up and I'd have this great set list. I practiced all day, all week, whatever, and I would show up, and I can't tell you that in the first 2 to 3 songs, not even, maybe after the first song, that's when someone would come up and be like, "Can I hear Freebird? How about Wonderwall? Could you, could you, could you play Santeria?" Which is fine. That doesn't bother me because that's what I'm there for. But at the same time, I'm just like, all right, And there's been times where I've done the request, and then I'll go back into my set list, and then right after, someone else would be like, "How about this song?" You know. And there's been times where people are even like, do you have a set list? I do. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. I think it's better now to just go into it kind of having an idea of like your top 5 favorite songs, because once you've been doing it for a while, you know so many songs, you're just like, all right, I know these 5 songs, and then after you play those 5 songs, you just usually, when people are like requesting songs, and you can kind of feed off of that, and it's a good time, But enough of that. I don't want to talk purely about music today. I also forgot to light incense. Can I tell you what my cat did last night? You probably noticed. If you haven't, I moved this plant. It used to be right there, but now it's here. Because my cat thought it'd be a great idea to thinks he can jump onto that effing this effing shelf, and eat the plant. And I don't even know how I did not hear it. I don't know how I did not hear it. But yeah, I come in this room, and that plant was knocked all over this desk. Rest RIP to my MIDI boards that were sitting behind me. Oh, and to all the incense that I had, because they're all on my desk from yesterday's podcast. So today we're using, what are we using? Island Rudy's Original Premium Hand Dipped Incense. Are they hand dipped? How are these made? How are these? Are they dipped? I always thought it was like a poop stick, like you take it and you roll it in the poop, and then you just kind of like. Was that too much? Was that too descriptive for you? The good thing about these, though, a good thing about Island Rudy's Original, because we use these a lot. They smell amazing. They do. And they're not like, I don't like it when you, see, I don't have any more examples because all of them got fucking ruined. Usually when you get these, they're all like fucking butchered, and the ends are just, sometimes they're too big. Sometimes you gotta take a knife to them. Anyway, let me get the mood. I already played the intro for you. I was just thinking about that. I thought I forgot about it for some reason. Comment below what was your highlight this week. Feel free to like the video. Feel free to share. all that good stuff. As I sit here lighting stuff on fire for your entertainment. Oh, that went right up my nose. Oh, that was an unpleasant feeling. Oh, that woke me up. If you weren't awake, you are now. Okay. We're good. We're good. The incense are lit. In one of my podcasts, I talk about pranks. I talk about how I used to prank my mom and how I used to prank everyone. I was notorious for pranks. I used to pull pranks in my school growing up. I stopped in middle school, though. I stopped because I ended up clogging a toilet. And the truth comes out now. Yeah, no, I used to do some notorious stuff. Things I'm not proud of, but it was funny to me back then. It gave me enjoyment, okay? Don't judge. Pranks are hilarious. I feel like, and I talked about it earlier, how I said, I just can't do them nowadays. I feel creepy doing them. I don't know why. It just doesn't. I don't know, and it don't. You better be. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like the only way you can get away with doing pranks nowadays is if you're like known for it. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do for like videos or something. I don't know. I just feel like I can't do it anymore. I feel like it's just kind of weird. Comment if you ever been pranked or have used to do pranks. The person who influenced me the most was my dad. Is my dad. My dad is a mad prankster. He doesn't really prank as much as anymore as he used to. He does it every now and then. Like a couple of weeks ago, we were over there just because during this time I kind of check up on them. I want to make sure they're okay, and they're not too far away. And I know they're safe, but I'm just, do you need anything? You need me to go out to the grocery store for you guys? So anyway, he was standing outside the window, and my mom and Christina were just talking, and he's outside the window and he's trying to scare them, shit like that. But and he always used to have masks. I don't think he really has them anymore, but he always used to have like really good like Halloween masks, like really scary ones. He was known. My house growing up was known for that shit in Halloween. I don't know if you ever had a house that was like really decorated, but like my parents went to the nines with it. Like they just were like, fuck it, let's just go all out. Fuck Christmas. This is our shit. This is our holiday, you know? I remember my dad, he wanted to modify a chainsaw so that way he could be like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for Halloween once, but then he was like, I can't do that. That would scare the shit out of every kid in this neighborhood. I would get in so much trouble from the parents. And he's probably right. Because knowing my dad, he would just really go all out, it was funny. It was funny. Like there was this time where, and he's a master at plotting it. Some people, they take their pranks to a whole nother level, and it's the art form level. You know what I mean? When someone takes things to a whole different kind of spectrum, that's an art form. That's what you call an art form, right? So my dad, ready? This is a prime example. I don't know if you ever remember the movie Signs. Okay, Signs came out. Let's see. Let's Google this, shall we? Signs was a movie based on aliens. Okay, with Mel Gibson. Signs movie. It came out in 2002. Okay, so 2002. That was like one of the scariest films like out there. Like I just remember it being talked about by everyone. Oh, have you seen Signs? Have you seen Signs? And when I finally saw it, mind you, I'm like, I was a little kid. That's all I can remember. I was a little kid. I don't remember what age. But my dad, before, because he had already seen the movie, so before I had seen it, he'd kind of, how do I explain this? He set the plot for me, Instead of letting me watch a movie, he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna scare. This is gonna be the perfect opportunity to scare the shit out of my kid." That's probably what he thought, because we were going to a week. Now, I just want to say before I explain to you how he did this, a couple weeks later, we had gone to a camping trip and there was a haunted house and it was an alien haunted house. So my dad must have knew that too. So in his mind, he was like, now flashback a couple weeks before he lets me see signs, he's plotting this shit in his head. I know it. So he's like, all right, I'm going to show him some news clips that I tell him are real and they're like alien abductions. So he puts them on the TV because he was like a tech guy, so he could weirdly do that. And he would show like YouTube clips, but on the TV, I mean, it's just an HDMI cord, really. Now that I'm older, I know it, but he would show it on the TV, and he'd be like, "Look, look what's on the news," and I'd be looking at the TV, and it would be fucking alien abductions, and I'm freaking out, like, is this happening in real life? Meanwhile, everyone's telling me to watch Signs. My dad was gonna let me watch Signs, and I was like, I don't think I want to watch Signs anymore. Now that this is happening, because in my mind, I think all this is happening in real life. Anyway. So the next day goes by and I get the courage. I'm like, I think I'm ready to watch Signs. So I watch the movie and it scares the fuck out of me. It scares the bejesus out of me. That movie was horrifying. I remember the worst scene in it for me was the birthday with a Mexican birthday party where it was like a handheld camera and like the alien just walked across and it just paused and it would just it just freaked me out. Or when the kid woke up from the monster, like the alien on top of the barn, and she wakes up Mel Gibson and she's like, "Daddy, there's a monster staring at me," or something like that. I don't know the words exactly. It's been ages since I've seen it, but that was horrifying, man. That was horrifying. So anyway, I watch it. I'm more terrified than I was with Jaws, I think. I was horrified. And so I don't remember if he did this before, but anyway, we go to the camping trip. We go to that haunted house. It scares the bejesus out of me because it's all about aliens. It's aliens themed. And my dad's like, during this trip, my dad's like talking about alien ghost stories, like on this camping trip around around a campfire. He's like, "Oh, did you ever hear about this abduction and this abduction?" So he's just drilling this in my head. Now I'm freaked. I'm freaked out. I think that aliens are real. They're coming to kill us. Like, I'm pretty sure I told people, like, get ready, like the apocalypse is coming, when I was like 8 years old. So anyway, after the camping trip, where it was, my dad worked third shift. He was a police officer, so he would work third shift. So my dad, he would he would say like, "All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm going for work." And my mom and I were watching a movie. And we're watching it in her bed, and we're just, I'm a little kid, and I'm just cuddling up with my mom, and right next to the, what is it called, the like the way her TV was set up, there was like her dresser, and then like a TV, and then right next to it was a window, like a huge window, right? And so my dad goes, "All right, I'll see you guys. I'm going for work." He doesn't go for work. He didn't have work that night. He just was putting on a show, right? This is how sick this motherfucker was. I love my dad, though. My dad's a great person. So anyway, he goes outside. He orders a real legit Halloween like alien mask, because remember how I said my dad was like crazy obsessed with these alien masks. So ready, he puts on this alien mask, gets full out. He even has like the alien hands and everything. He goes out, tells my mom to put on this news video article on the TV just before it happens. So she clips on the TV, and next thing you know, it's talking about alien abductions happening near us. So I'm freaking out. I'm with my mom, and I'm like, "Oh my God." And next thing you know, my dad takes a flashlight. And remember how I said there was that window next to the TV? He starts taking a flashlight and going around like he's doing like things. So I'm freaking out, man. I'm like, this is not. Now, when my dad used to leave for work, that's when I would get like my big boy pants on. I protect my mom, my sister, like that was like the rule, like if anything. So I'm looking for a fucking bat. I'm like, I'm 10 years old and I'm freaking out with my mom. Like, where's the bat? We need a weapon right now. Like, because mind you, that's what happens in scenes. That's what, he gets a baseball bat. So in my mind, I'm like, get the baseball bat. Like, that's going to do shit. So anyway, my mom's like, she's holding me back. She's like, it's okay, just like check it out, look out the window. And next thing you know, my dad, cause how he said he had fucking hands, he takes a hand and he puts it up against the window, and it's a weird like 3-fingered hand, like it's alien. So I freak out even more, right? And I remember like I was at the door and I'm looking at it and I have my hands on the door because I'm about to fucking dip right out. I'm about to run, right? So this is like the best part of the story, because this is when like I don't think I've ever been I don't think I've literally ever been this scared in my life. And so my dad, after he does the hand thing, he puts on the mask and then he goes up to the window, and this mask looks so real. Like it was one of those masks like that just looked so freaking real, man. And it was like an alien mask, and it was like slimy green with like big freaking eyes, and it just was just too real, just way too real for me, So I literally try to dip out, and my mom, she's holding me back. She's like I think she's trying to like hug me and tell me that like it's a prank. And at one point, she has me, because I'm running. I'm trying to run, and I'm gripping the door. So at one point, my legs come off, and she's trying to pry me off the door. And I'm like screaming for bloody hell, man. Anyway, my dad comes running in, and that's when he was like, "It's a prank, man." That is the worst. I don't know what I did to deserve that. But after that, it was yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. After, can I take the trash out? Can I do the dishes? Maybe that was your goal. I don't know. But man, that scared the hell out of me. Hell out of me. And mind you, I was really into pranks growing up too. So maybe that's why. Because I just used to prank people, and maybe it was just like payback. Payback's the best. But they took that to another level, man. I can't tell you. It's crazy. I'll never forget that too. Someday I'm gonna have to get my dad in this podcast, and he's gonna have to tell that story through his eyes, because that to me was just, it was something everyone laughs about. It was absolutely hilarious, terrifying in the moment, but absolutely hilarious. You know what I mean? It's really, really interesting. Again, I hope you guys are having a good day. The incense is a going, the coffee is a flowing. Hope you guys are just chilling out, enjoying your day. Again, you guys can feel free to subscribe to the channel. All you gotta do, I don't know. We're streaming on a bunch of things, so I don't. You can check me on YouTube, whatever. I just hope you're having a good one. But another thing I wanted to talk about too, because we can't do them. We can't go on vacations right now. It sucks, dude. I went on Cheap Caribbean. I went on Cheap Caribbean the other day just to torture myself a little bit. And there's like 4-day vacations for $200. People didn't believe me, and I told them, and if you don't believe me, go check it out yourself. It's sad, but you can't do it right now. Unless you're essential. But I was telling someone, I'm like, if you're essential, why the fuck are you going to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico? Comment if you know. I don't know what they're doing. Like, they show up there with swim trunks and a Hawaiian shirt, like, oh, are you essential? And they're like, where's the bar? But yeah, man, I can't wait. I want to go on another vacation. Last year I went on vacation. We went to Mexico. It was a beautiful time. I'd really like to see more of it too. See more of the people and the culture and everything like that. Because when I was there, Wasn't I don't know. I didn't go there with that much money because I have shit to do, and it was a family trip, so I didn't have to pay. So I had bills to pay, so I didn't have time to really save for a vacation. Like if I wasn't given this opportunity, I wouldn't have gone on vacation because you know we struggle. We live, and I'm young still, so it's okay. But we go there, and I didn't. Like I said, I didn't have any money, so I didn't really go on that many things. The only thing I went on was an excursion. It was a snorkeling, which I think I talked about that in my last podcast, and it was a hilarious time because I got to kick someone in the fucking face. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was purely accident. Just rewatch that podcast because man, that was hilarious. I remember just laughing my ass off hysterically. It was great. But after that, I keep saying fucking butt. I keep saying butt. And I need to stop saying that. uh, like I said, it's early for me. It's early. It is early. I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't ever do that. It is Saturday. I don't ever do that. This is my first cup of coffee. I don't ever do a podcast on my first cup of coffee. But yeah, I really want to go on a vacation again. But right now, can't. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. Comment below, where's a place you've ever wanted to go on vacation? For me, I don't know. I've actually come to realize that, I mean, I know we're talking about vacations, but that was just a topic. But like, to be honest, I was explaining to someone yesterday how I really appreciate where I live, you know, because I really like fishing and I really like the outdoors and everything. I can do that where I live, and I live in a great spot where there's multiple trails and hikes and parks, and it's kind of a city, so I have like the stores. When I went to college, I lived in the middle of nowhere. Like it was like way, 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 way up north, and it was just trees. What do you want to see? Trees or more trees? There's a mountain. There's trees or more trees. You know, the closest movie theater was. I remember it was like 45 minutes away. And the only reason why I remember that is because that was I remember exactly we're all trying to find a movie theater because we're trying to see a movie. I forget which one it was. I think it was one of the new Star Wars. I actually think it was. But we saw it was like 45 minutes away, and we're just like, fuck that. You know, there was only one bar or two bars. Now that I think about it, I think there was like two bars. That was it. Three to four restaurants. It was a small place. It was just like a small town, right? And it was just like it had a main street, and then on that main street was just like all the like local stores and restaurants, and that was literally it. So that's why you just had a bunch of college parties. You just party at your dorm or whatever, you know. Dude, I was like, I was thinking about this how annoying it used to be when you were young and in college and you weren't 21 and you'd be like, hey man, can you buy me a 30 rack or something like that? It sucked. They charge you like double the amount too. I hated that. I love how I can just go out and drink whenever I want now. That's great. It's a fun time. Not saying it's new for me, but and for all that, I think honestly, I was talking about this with someone else too a couple weeks ago, believe it or not. But I was saying how when I was in college, you'd see these kids that would, the people that wouldn't drink, and like growing up they just didn't drink, which is a good thing. Don't drink when you're growing up. I'm not advising that. But they would just, I don't know why, but they would just go fucking balls to the wall with drinking, and they'd get like alcohol poisoning, and they would always you'd see it like. Can't tell you, you'd show up at a party and have at least one person. Always one person. And it'd always be that one person. I never really drank. Then why the hell did you just drink that whole bottle of Zenka, you dumbass? If you don't drink, you don't do that. Simple as that. I don't want to, like alcohol is a very, especially what type of alcohol, because you can pound beers, easily, man. Like, and it's like I mean, there's been times where I pounded a 30 rack and I'm fine. And I mean, granted, it was all Coronas, and some people might be like, ugh, Corona, but hey, I fucking like them. I don't care. It's all what you like. But I mean, when you go into the hard alcohol, though, you can't do that with hard alcohol. And it's like, and it's not like that and it's like the same thing with beer. Like, you, well, yeah, no, it's not like that with beer, because you can drink other multiple types of beers and you're fine. Like, it's really fine, depending on what. I mean, you just have you ever had like those chocolate IPAs or whatever? Those like coffee IPAs. Can never get down with them, man. Can never do it. I don't know. It's just a taste thing. It's just I've had them before. There was one time, man. I ordered one at a place. And when I saw that bartender just like pour it into the beer, I just was like, "Whoa, that's gonna fuck me up," because it was like black. It was just black, man, black. Ate your soul right up. It was just dark. And I don't know. I think it's like the darker the beer, the heavier it is. I could be completely wrong, but I drink like very light beers, like they're Corona, you can see through them. So when I see like you can't when you can't see through the bottle, that's when I know it's a really heavy beer, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh god, this is going to be like yeah, you know." There's been times where I go to a bar and I ask for an IPA and I mess up my order. I don't know how this happened to me once. What was it? It was a what are they called? It was a brewery. It was a long time ago. Not a long time ago. It was a few years ago. And I asked for a beer and she poured me like the biggest portion of it. And I didn't really like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like that crazy about the beer. I just was like, yeah, I was just there with my buddies, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get that one. And she goes, cool. And then she just pours me this huge freaking cup. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be freaking sloshed by the end of the night. Uh, has that ever happened to you? Has there ever been a time where you're just sitting there, you're at a bar, and you're with either with your buddies or just with a few people, and you weren't expecting to get sloshed or hammered? You know what I mean? It just ended up happening. Like, there was a time where this was like last year, I think. I was with my buddy and we're at a bar and it was like a pool table kind of like bar. It was like a pool bar. That's what they call them. Like, there's just pool tables everywhere and there's a bunch of games. And it was like a kind of hole in the wall. Great place. I ended up really liking it. Why? Because I got freaking hammered there. And it's like what I was telling you about. I wasn't expecting to. I didn't want to. I was just there to have a good time and to chat with my buddy, play some pool. And at the end of the night, I think, like there's some, I don't know if you've ever been to a bar that like you can get a bucket and they have like 8 beers in them and it's like just a bucket with like ice and just Coronas in them. Oh, I think I got like 3 of those buckets that night. Like, I kept buying them, and it was just me and 2 of my buddies, and I just kept buying them like over and over again. After we'd finished one, I'd be like, "We need another bucket." All right, and then once the buckets were done, I ended up getting the pitchers, and I think I bought like 2 pitchers of those, and holy moly, I was drunk. I was wicked drunk, dude. And I can't tell you how many times that happens to me. There's been so many times where I'm not expecting to. It just ends up happening. Like, yeah, it's the famous line. Like, the one beer turns into like one, another one, and the next one turns into the next one. Or I get invited to a party and I'm just a guest, and I just show up there and they're just like, here's the drink, and I'm like, sure. And then I end up having like, holy shit, it's way too much. Wait, I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is not where the story was going to go at all, but you might as well. Hey, cheers. Coffee cheers. Clink. There you go. uh, Chris, how's it going? Nice to see you guys. I hope everything's well. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. Like I said, woke up extremely early today. Just way, 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 way too early. I gotta do something. But this is gonna be a little bit of a longer podcast too, a longer kind of like live stream too, because I do want to take a chance to make sure I'm reading people's comments. I've been relying on this chat thing to work, but it's just not working. So I'll take a little break in between, and I'll just check all the platforms really quick. If there's something you guys would like to talk about or hear about, feel free to comment and all that good stuff, because like I said, we just chill and just have a good time, and I've been getting a good amount of feedback actually. Not like a lot, but good amount of comments. I just feel bad because I can't see them sometimes, you know. So all that stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh my, there was a time with you actually. There was a time with you guys, believe it or not, and where we were chilling, and I ended up having way too many beers. I was just like, holy shit. Even that time, there was a time we're on a beach. Ready? There's a good time. So there's this place on a beach, and it's a pretty popular bar, and they have live music there, and it's a great time. Sometimes I play there, and it's a fun time. It's a really good atmosphere because it just the drinks are okay. Okay. The food's expensive. But it's just a good time, man. It's a good time, all right? So we go there, and my buddy Chris and his wife were there. We're having a great time, and we I don't know. There was the band showed up. The band started playing, and then I just ended up chilling with them. And I was just there because I think I just played music. So I was just like, I'm done. I was just chilling with these guys. And then next thing you know, I had a drink, and then someone else orders me a drink. Another person orders me a drink. I order myself more drinks. And then I just, woo, hoo-hoo. That was a fun time. That was a fun time. You know, there's a point where I did have to walk away because I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go walk. Smell the seashells. uh, do you ever get that weird voice right when you get like really hammered? You're like, yep, all right, okay, time to go. Getting a little uncomfortable here. uh, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. I hope you guys are doing well and everything. Hope the puppy's doing good and everything. The dog. I can't wait to get a dog, dude. I said this earlier. Max destroyed the whole fucking desk, dude. We got these nice new shelves here, and I had this plant in front of the desk. And what had happened was Max thought it'd be a fucking genius idea to think he could go up on this shelf and eat this plant. Like, I know cats are like agile, but he's not like Tom Cruise. He's not Mission Impossible. You know what I mean? He's a fat cat. My cat's huge. If I don't want to talk too badly about him because sometimes, uh, you know what I mean. But like, he came up here just knocked everything down. Not the cameras, but just knocked the plant down. I don't even know how I heard it, but all the mini boards that were sitting here, rest in peace. I don't know if they're gonna work. I remember just pouring the water out of them. I literally tipped them upside down, and water just sitting here like, motherfucker. All my candles and shit. Oh man, gotta love cats. I can't wait to get a dog, dude. You know what kind of dog I want? I want a lab. I like all dogs. Like I really want a French bulldog. I've always wanted a French bulldog. Like a little. I would call him Stitch. That's what my nickname for him would be. I've always wanted to do that. Like something like that. I thought it'd be freaking hilarious. And they're cute. They're super cute. You know what I mean? And that with like a lab or something like that. I don't know though. I if I could, I'd have every animal in the world. I really would. I love all the animals. Like I wish I could have. What's it? Golden retriever. I love golden retrievers. Pit bulls. I love pit bulls. You know, pit bull. And it sucks, man. Pit bulls get a bad reputation. They really do. But you want to. And I say this. You know, a dog is as good as his owner, and with a good owner, a dog can be an amazing, amazing pet animal, best friend. You know, it really can. Put a dog in the hands of a bad owner, though, things are different. and I feel bad because, you know, like I was looking at apartments and stuff like that because, you know, when my lease is up, we gotta find a new place to go to, and I was looking at places, and a lot of, I can't tell you how many places say dogs accepted except for certain breeds. You know, that's what they'll say, except for certain breeds. What the fuck is that? Since when did we have like dog racism now? What the hell is this shit? You know, because it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame because pit bulls are beautiful, beautiful, loving animals. They really are. They get a bad rep. Okay. Um, what's another dog a Saint Bernard, dude. I've always wanted a Saint Bernard. Here's the thing, though. Everyone's always like, they drool too much. Who cares? It's so cute. I don't care. I don't care. That's so cute. You know, some people are totally, and hear me out. Like, if you're one of those people that's like, ew, Saint Bernards, they drool, it's not for you. And I get that. You know, some people like me who are gross and weird, I think that's cute, you know? I think it is. And, yes. You guys having a cute freaking dog, all right? That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, French bulldogs, they're so cute. I think like one of those next to like a golden retriever or something like that would look just, I don't know, they'd be like best friends, you know? It's like a cat and a dog. Like, it's just like they're really small next to a really big thing, and you just cut. Oh, it's so cute. I love seeing those kind of videos and stuff like that. It really is. It is a super sad thing. I was talking about that. It's, you know, and it really stems from like I think it's like dog fighting or something like that, which I think those people should just be kicked to hell, like, really, because I think it's terrible how people train their dogs like that. You know, police dogs are completely different. That's completely freaking different. But like, I don't know why my brain just went to that. But like, the fact that I have to go when I'm searching at a place to live and I see that only certain breeds are available, I'm just like, nope, you know. Because what if I do want to get? It all depends. Like, look, when I met my cat, I don't like cats. I never liked cats. Okay, it wasn't my thing. I love cats now because of my cat, and the reason is because when we met, it was like we just connected. You know, boom. I was going there to get my girlfriend a cat. I wasn't there for me to get a cat. But once I saw this cat, I was like, hold up. You know, and it was, and that's what happened. And that's what they say, is that it all depends on when you first meet that animal, if you connect with it. So I don't know, like, I could connect with a Shih Tzu or Shih Tzu. I hate those dogs. I'm sorry. I had a Shih Tzu growing up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like a Chihuahua, dude. You know, like, and that's all my family has is Chihuahuas. Oh my god. You know, and I'm not dissing on Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are cute. They're cute. Some of them are cute. Some of them are cute. Okay, but like, I can't bash on it. I can't, you know, my whole family's got Chihuahuas. You know what I mean? That's like, that's a wound not worth the meal for me. You know, Chihuahuas, I get it, you know. Oh man. You know what's a really good dog is a Weimaraner. Is that how you pronounce it? Weimaraner? You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean? I had one growing up. I the reason why I'm like holding back the laughter is because when I had one, yo, my dad did not know what he was expecting. He was just like, I'm gonna get me a Weimaraner, and he gets one, and the thing just tore the place up. He was like, I own this house now, bitch. You know, like, this dog just destroyed the house. I mean, just ripped walls off. I mean, bullied kids. Just, but it loved me. It loved me. Oh my God. There was this time, I'll never forget this. You're gonna laugh. Ready? So there was a time where my friends were playing with me in my backyard, and my dad was never, he always like let us know. He was like, all right, I'm letting the dog out, because we'd have to go to the, like lock the gate or whatever. We used to play tag with the dog because the dog ran like a beast, but we were kids and we loved it. So we would play tag with it, and the goal was you had to get to you had to get to the gate before it like to completely pummeled you to the ground. And it wasn't violent. It was playing. It had a lot of energy. It was just if you know anything about those dogs, they're very high energy. Oh my god. And I loved it because it was so cute. And but to the other kids it was horrifying. But I knew he wouldn't hurt you. He would play with you. And when you were a kid and if he was playing with you, well, you would get your ass kicked. And here's why. And this is what happened. So one of my friends, the goal was, like I said, you had to open the gate, go in, and I had a pretty big yard. It was a good size yard, and you had to go to the dog and just tag it, just press play tag. Nothing, not abusive, nothing crazy. Just hey, tag, you're it. And yeah, I had to run back. And I remember watching my friend, he tags my dog. His name was Argo, I think. Argo. I think that was his name. And my dog's name, not my friend. Don't remember what friend this was. My friend's running back, and Argo, my dog, is just sprinting towards this dog like full force. And he has a smile on his face. I remember watching him. And just as my friend got right to the gate, this dog just went boom, and just smacked this kid to the ground. And all of us, all my friends, we just start laughing. And the dog just licked you. That's all he do. He lick you and just rub his nose on you just to try to get you up and everything. They'll be like, oh, let's come play again. And it was so funny, man. It was absolutely so funny. Like, oh, my dad ended up getting rid of that dog, though. It was sad because it was just too much work for him. It was just too much. So he was just like, I can't do this, man. Like, I really can't. Like, I have to sell this dog, which is super sad because I wish, I understand that the dog was like a mouthful, but I know I was a little kid, but I swear I could have trained that dog. I was a little kid. I'm really good with training animals, and I swear I could. Like, I used to train my dogs growing up. Not that one. Not that one. We didn't have him for that long. We only had him for a couple months, really. I don't remember how long it was. It wasn't long, though. He just grew up wicked fast, and he was a big dog, man. My dad just was not expecting that. Just sad. But we made sure he went to a good home. I think it was like to a friend. We gave him to a friend or something. I think that's what it was. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. There's also this time, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but I had a zip line. I had a zip line because I wanted one super bad. So me and my dad, we built one. We did one. And it was like a legit, like it came in a kit and everything. And it was a lot of work. But the zip line, it was long, and you can get speed. You can get some speed on the zip line, okay? Search up a zip line. It's like a legit zip line. Okay, I had one in my backyard, and this thing was nuts. Okay, kids in all my neighborhood would come to this freaking thing, and they get to my treehouse. I wish whoever lives in my house now, like I wish that treehouse is taken down because you want to know why? So many kids, I can't tell you how many kids would go up to this effing treehouse, and then they realize they're afraid of heights. And it really wasn't that high. I used to jump off of it all the time. It was a good 6 to 8 feet up the ground, but I mean, it wasn't that scary, And as long as you you could easily drop off of it. I had a technique, Dude, kids would panic all the time. This one kid pissed their pants on it because they literally were so scared. But that's just a treehouse. The zip line was the best part about the treehouse. You know what I mean? Yo, the zip line was lethal. Lethal. Like, it ended with there was 2 trees, right? So it went from the treehouse and it went down, and then at the end there was 2 trees and a board across the trees, and that's where the zip line ended. You had to make sure that you jumped off that zip line. If you did not jump off that zip line and you hit that board, oh, sometimes, as horrible as it sounds, it was hilarious to watch people do it because you tell them, make sure you drop off. Make sure you don't hit that board, right? And when they didn't, you're just sitting there like, you dumbass, and you just see them, they hit it, and they ragdoll in the air. Like it was so bad. It was so, even if you're ziplining like at a park, when you hit that the end, and it's that rubber thing that stops you, even you ragdoll a little bit. You kind of get jolted around. You get tossed. You get tossed like a little. I was gonna say like a little bitch, but I'm trying to work on swearing less. I realized. Okay, I realize it. It looks like it's gonna rain out. It looks like it's honestly going to downpour, and I kind of hope it does, because then I can just stay inside and be lazy again, like I've been doing for the past. I don't even know. I don't even know, senor. I've been doing it like anyway. Anywho, uh, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are having a good one. Hope you guys are taking it easy. Can't wait to eventually to interview people. I want to get people on this. I just don't want it to be myself and just me talking to myself. I was explaining to Christina, I'm like, it's kind of weird that I just talk to myself. But then I realized that that's what a lot of this is. If you look at this thing, if you look at any of them on YouTube, you know, besides like Tom Segura or like those guys, you know, like legit comedians, a lot of people just kind of talk. It's like ASMR stuff, which I talked about earlier. That shit's weird. Okay. It's funny, but it's weird. You know. Guys, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm going to be right back, and we're going to finish like the last 15 minutes or so of this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. If you guys want to comment, feel free to do so either on Facebook, YouTube, and any of the other streaming platforms we're going live on. So feel free to just, comment below if you want to talk about something or hear me talk about something. We can just talk and just have a good time, whatever it is. So take it easy and stay tuned. I will be right back. bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool. We're back. All right. I checked the comments. Really not that many comments, but thank you guys for the previous comments because I have pretty much responded to them as I was going live. So thank you guys for just tuning in. I appreciate that. I do this pretty much as I can do every other day. There's more stuff on my YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube, search up LUNH Music, and just hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and it'd help me out a lot. But anyway, the incense are still going. Look at that. They're still going. I always thought about, there was a part of me that wants to get one of those fancy ones that's like really cool to watch, but then I know I'd either break it or my cat would break it. So, I mean, hello, you talked about the shelf earlier. So, yeah, as we can probably assume, my cat's a devil. Yeah. It really looks like it's going to downpour. I don't know where you guys are from or where you guys are living at, but it looks like it's going to rain. Yo, I've been playing so much Assassin's Creed. Yesterday, I realized I can do like a really good Assassin's Creed impersonation. I actually figured out how to play the theme song too. And if you guys want to hear that, comment below. I would surely like to do that. If you want to hear the impersonations too. If you want to hear me do impersonations too, that's something I can hardly do, I guess. I don't have confidence for it at all, but it's something I like to do. Something's fun. Like my girlfriend, she watched like a lot of Tiger King. Oh, dude. I hate that show. You know why I hate that show? Because on the second episode when she started watching it, I started watching it too. Fuck that show. I'm really bad with TV, man. I've always been bad. I've always been one of those people. Hey, Dad, I was actually talking about you earlier. I was talking about how you used to scare the shit out of me with the alien mask. I don't know if you remember that, but that shit scarred the hell out of me. And how you went full like in depth with it. So if you want to see that, you're probably gonna have to see it when I end the live stream, and you can watch it. You can scroll back. But anyway, shit. Now, yeah, I'm really bad. I just lost track of where I was going with. Dang it. Oh yeah, Tiger King. TV shows. I'm really bad with TV. I'm one of those people that if anything could be on the TV, and I'll just sit there and I'll just watch it. And then I'll end up sitting down and end up watching it. When I was growing up, my mom was obsessed with like those wedding shows, like Say Yes to the Dress. And like there'd be times where even my dad used to do it, you know? You just like you just sit there and you just zone out and you just end up watching the TV, whatever's on it, and then you're just like, shit, I've been watching this damn show for 30 minutes. Change the channel. Where's 2.5 Men? You know, where's a Big Bang Theory? We upgraded our TV. We never really watched TV, believe it or not. When I first had, excuse me, this coffee's like make me burpy. I'm super sorry. That was like 10 burps right there. Whew. Let me put this coffee down. There was a time when my first apartment, I didn't have Wi-Fi, TV, laptop, cell phone, anything. I was like under a rock, and it was the greatest time ever. Not having a phone, it's just freaking, it's so awesome, dude. I know some people, it's not for them. Oh my God, I totally recommend it though for people. Holy shit. I don't have a phone now just because I'm just like, fuck that shit. I'm done. I hate them. I hate phones. You know, I really do. I don't. They're cool, you know, to stay hip, to stay jazzy, to do what you do. But once you like have your own place, you got a laptop, you got your own TV, you know, you don't need that shit. You know, send me a message and I'll see it. You know, I don't need to respond to it right away. You know, it's crazy how people nowadays it's like gotta get it. You know, it happens with me. Like sometimes when I order something, I'm super impatient. Like I'm super impatient. Yo, I bitched about it on my earlier in my beginning podcast how Amazon, listen to this. They lost 5 of my packages and I was looking at that shit daily, daily, daily. I'm just like, where's my package? Where's my package? Never showed up. Until one day I hear on the door and there it was, the 5 packages right there. Oh boy, it was like Christmas. It's great. But man, I'm just like it was just bad. But yeah, so like I feel like after that, when I did that in college, I never really had a desire to watch TV, especially nowadays. Especially with what's going on, I'm just like, fuck TVs, dude. I don't want to watch that shit. I feel like I get depressed. I feel like it is too much. Have you ever noticed that with TV, it's always about bad shit? Comment if you ever noticed that. I always do. Where's the good? Where's the good? There's got to be good somewhere. Fill your life with good. There's always like the news is so much bad, you know. There's never like I love it when they and when they do something good, it's like the shortest little segment. It's like, you know, police officer helps loving family. Oh, you know, that's it. You know, 500 bodies found. It's like Jesus Christ. You know, it's just really dark, man. So that's why I never really chose. You know, I'm just like I'm all set with that. I'm all set. You know, but we just because of this, you know, because of what's going on, we chose to actually, you know, we actually been watching TV, you know, just because we got to know what's going on. We check our phones and what are the updates, you know, especially for me because I'm self-employed and this, you know, I play music for a living, so especially for me, I got to know what's going on. So I'm constantly watching the TV uh, and it's bad because it started off with just like watching the news and stuff like that, but now I'm just watching like Big Bang Theory and Two and a Half Men, and then that's what made me realize I was like, shit, we don't have like at first we had the basic, like super basic, like I guess like our plan was just like the basic. You only had like 10 channels. What do you want to watch? The local 5, local 4, or do you want to watch the news tonight? Or what do you want to watch? The weather? You want to watch some Espanol? You know? And we're just like, oh, we gotta watch. We gotta get something. We gotta upgrade it. And it was cheap. It was like $10 more, $10 more. And we got like way more channels. And it's nice because now I get to watch Impractical Jokers. That's a great show. Great show, dude. I always wanted to do stuff like that growing up. Like I always wanted to have a group of friends and we get like film pranks and do stuff like that. It'd be funny. Then I grew up and then like I have no friends. It's okay. It's okay. You know. I get to watch The Big Bang Theory or Two and a Half Men. Comment what is your favorite show right now. Um, I have I don't have any new TV shows I say I like right now. I've been getting into Rick and Morty and Bob's Burgers. Hey, I'm Bob. You know, I love TV shows with good voices. I'm a sucker for that. You know like Morty. We gotta go back in time. It is so fun. I don't know. It's good brain food for me because I love doing impersonations and comical bits, and I don't know. I feel like it's like refreshing for my mind. It brings me back to when I didn't have to care. You know what I mean? That's why I like cartoons. You know. Have you ever watched one of your favorite like childhood cartoons and you rewatch it again now? And you're like, what the shit was I watching? Like, I always see clips for the Amanda Show. You know what I mean? Amanda Show. That was huge. That was super popular on Nickelodeon, dude. And I saw a clip of it. It was Popper Pants. I just thought to myself, I was like, that guy must have been so creepy directing that. You know? Because at the end, they're ripping. You're pretty much eating ass. The end. It's really weird. It's super weird. Like, watch it. It's just it's uncomfortably weird, cringy weird. I would show it to you, but I said my reaction videos they get taken down on YouTube, and that's the one I'm trying to to go live on. So I don't know why. It's lame. It's lame. But we are down to the last 5 minutes, by the way. If you see me fiddling with this, it's just like a little thing. I have like all these weird tools and stuff right here. I've been doing a lot of like work. So it is here. I'm one of those people that I could use a fidget spinner, but I don't. I think those are weird. I think those are. Thank you guys for all the likes and waves and stuff like that. I appreciate that. I hope you guys are doing good. This time is crazy, man. This time is crazy. I hope it rains. I said this earlier. I hope it just rains so I could just be lazy again. I love it. I love it. You don't have to go out and put hand sanitizer on like 24 times just to go to the gas station. I hate that. Hate that. I hate when I walk around too and people aren't wearing masks. That's just like, come on now. Wear your masks. Be respectful. Just, don't. I don't want to talk about that. That's like the one thing that I try not to talk about that stuff because I don't want to, I think we get it. I think we surely get it. What's a TV show? I mean, TV shows in the early 2000s were weird. They were just really crazy. What's a great one is, and a lot of people don't know about this, but Ren and Stimpy. Did anyone watch that? I feel like I was just blessed and I watched that show. Because I every time I talk about it to people, no one knows what I'm talking about. Ren and Stimpy was hilarious, and it was actually like, it should have been on like something like Adult Swim if you think about it. It was pretty raw at some moments, Oh, that was a great show though. Stimpy, you idiot. Or the horse, that was my favorite. Like, no, sorry, I don't like it. Or the superhero, the captain, the superhero they toast or whatever. I forget what his name was. I gotta search it up. Even Ed and Eddie, man. That was like one of my favorite shows. Ed and Eddie was great. Who the hell is screaming out there? Dude, the other day I was chilling in my room. I was chilling in my living room, and this kid was screaming Bloody fucking Mary outside. I was just like, I swear, I hope you below your vocal cords. Just screaming off the top of his lungs. Why do kids do that? They just scream. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I search up characters, but there's like no. It was the Captain Bread dude. Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I tripping right now? The Ren and Stimpy show. Super hero. Powdered Toast Man. Yep, that's what it was.
At breakfast time. What? I'm all out of powdered toast.
I'm all out of powdered. That was a great show. Really weird. SpongeBob is weird now. SpongeBob took a turn. Because when we updated our channels, we saw the shows that are on nowadays. And SpongeBob, there was like the new episode of SpongeBob. I'm like, what the shit happened to this? What is going on? This is weird. It's some weird shit. What's going on with TV nowadays? It's just weird. It's very interesting what's going on with it. Or the horse, that was my favorite. Like, no, sorry, I don't want. Let's see. Thank you guys for all the comments. I'm seeing all the comments right now. I'm just trying to keep up to date. Where bad movie at? Thank you guys for all the comments. I appreciate this. Really. I feel the love. Yeah. But anyway, this was a lengthy podcast, man. This was a good live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna end it here just because it's noon and I probably want to play video games. I don't know. But I hope you guys have a great one. I will be doing this again on Monday. And after Monday, it's like I said, every day. So if you guys want something in the future videos, feel free to go subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Just LUNH Music. And feel free to comment. And if you want to hear any funny stories or impersonations or anything like that, just comment and I will give you a shout out, and I will also do that stuff for you. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support in the comments, and I will see you next time. And that's it. Have a good one. Well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time, so I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast.